A nice easy start for us. Question 1, state the number of bits in 1 byte. The number of bits in 1 byte is 8. Really straightforward. Don't overthink these questions. State the number of different values that can be represented using 3 bits. The number of values that can be represented using 3 bits is 2 to the power of 3, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. And finally, part 3, which number base is called binary? Binary is base 2. Question 2.1. Convert the hexadecimal value 3f into decimal. Make sure you read these questions really carefully. Show you working. That's really important. Examiners give marks for the working, hence the reason there's 2 marks. 3f, I'm going to write it like this. The method is the first value multiplied by 16, which equals 48, plus the second value, which is f, which in hexadecimal is 15. 48 plus 15 as an answer is 63. There's your answer. Make sure you underline it and know that the examiner knows that this is the answer. So if we know the rules for binary addition, where 0, 0, 0 equals 0, 0, 0, 1 equals 1, 0, 1, 1 equals 1, 0, and 1, 1, 1 equals 1, 1. If we transfer that into here, we have a 1 and a 1. So a 1 and a 1 is 1, 0. I'm going to carry the 1, and I'm going to carry it just there, and I'm going to put a 0. Here we have 0, 0, 0, 1. Anything with a 1 in it is a 1. Here I've got 0, 0, 1, which is nice and easy. I've got a 1. Here I've got 1, 1, 1. I carry the 1, and I pop the 1. Here I've got 0, 1, 0, 1, so I've got 2 1s, which means it's a 1 and a 0. Here I've got 1, 0, 0, 1, 2 1s, which is a 1 and a 0. Here I've got 0, 1, 1, 1, which is then a 1 and a 1. And here I've got 0, 0, 0, 1. Because there's only 1, I've got a 1. So there's your answer. Question number 3. Which options show the 2 largest quantities of bytes? It says shade 2 lozenges. Never shade 1 lozenge here. You'll get no marks for it. And what we're looking to do, we're looking to loosely convert each value into megabytes or gigabytes. So the 2 largest values are 12 million kilobytes and 1.5 gigabytes. Question number 4. Define the terms software and hardware. We don't need to go into too much detail here. So software, programs or applications that run on a computer, and hardware, the physical components of a computer system. One function of an operating system is processor management. State 2 other functions of an operating system. State just means you have to state it. You don't have to go into much detail. Function 1. I always remember this by writing the acronym AMPIS. AMPIS is application management, memory, processor, input output devices and security. This is solely for operating system. Operating systems and their management. So I can pick any of these, to be honest with you. I'm going to go for memory management. And I'm going to go for security. I'm going to put authentication. So, question number 6. Compilers and assemblers are both types of program translator. Complete the table below with a tick for each translator for which the statement is true. Put one tick in each row. So the first one, I wasn't 100% sure exactly what program code meant because I don't think it appears in the specification. But I'm assuming it is just code, any type of code. So my thoughts are that it's true for both a compiler, which compiles code, and an assembler, which converts assembly language into into machine code. So I think that's that one. Translates low-level languages into machine code, which is true only for an assembler. Low-level language is assembly language. And then translates high-level language into machine code. It's true only for a compiler. 6.2 state two differences between assembly language and machine code. Assembly language uses mnemonics. As their language type, whereas machine code uses binary, e.g. ones and zeros. Two differences. I need to do my second one, and you notice I've talked about assembly language and machine code in that one answer. I need to do that in the second one. Assembly is easier for humans to use / write and read, and binary is, or machine code is executed by the CPU. Question 7.1. Which statement describes a character set? A character set is just a bunch of keys on a keyboard that get translated into a unique binary code. Every key on the keyboard has got its own unique binary code, and this is where the ASCII character set derives from. So the answer is C, a list of characters mapped to a unique binary code. This question, figure 1, shows the binary representation of the string CAB or CAB using ASCII, which is a 7-bit character set. So this must be C, this must be A, and this must be B, in lowercase obviously. State the binary value of the ASCII character B from figure 1. Well, B is this one, so the binary value is 110010. It's worth spending a couple of extra seconds on this so you don't lose any marks that are really easy. Do not overthink these questions. It's a very easy question. The next one's a little bit more complex because we've got to find out the binary value of the ASCII character D. So if we look at C, we can see that if we put the binary values above this, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and then 64, We've got 64 and 32 turned on, which make 96. Add 2 and 1, which is 96, 97, 98, 99. So we've got 99 equals C. So D is 1 on from there, so D is going to be 100. Okay, so what we can do is we can do a new one for D. We can go 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and we can do 100, which is really quite easy. That's 96. Add 4 is 100, and we get our binary value for the letter D. Underline it as your answer. You don't want to be losing marks on these types of questions. They're more obvious than you think. 8.2, state the number of pixels in the bitmap image in figure 2. So we're looking at figure 2. It's 8 down by 10 across. 8 by 10 is 80. 8.3, state the minimum colour depth required to represent each pixel. For each pixel there is just 1 bit per pixel because it's either black or white, so it either represents a 1 or a 0. The colour depth is 1 bit per pixel. 8.1, define the term pixel, and it's worth 1 mark. Let's keep it really straightforward. A pixel is the smallest unit or dot that makes up an image.